Hello, my name is Shannon Darty, and I'm one of the treatment court judges here in Jefferson County. I've been working with our treatment courts since 2007, and I've worked as the judge on all the different courts that we've had at various times. I want to let you know that even though we are a treatment court, we don't just deal with the abuse of drugs and alcohol. We also try to help the participant change their lives in a positive manner so they can realize how other areas of their life can impact their recovery.
I knew I had to be ready. I was scared to go to jail. I was scared of not being able to do it. I was in a really tough spot and I didn't think I was prepared for it. I was still using, and I thought that maybe when I was ready to quit, I could just quit and I could do it through just DFS.
Very disappointed in myself. Mostly because Judge Missy was disappointed in me. You know, that was very upsetting to me.
I didn't want to lose my kids, and I got tired of trying to do it on my own. I couldn't do it on my own anymore. I did want to be clean. The whole time I used, I hated myself. I really, really hated myself.
And actually looked at myself, looked at all of the marks on my skin, looked at the skeleton I had become from my using, and you know, that was kind of like my moment of a spiritual awakening when I realized that this wasn't about my daughter. It was about my daughter because I loved her to death. It was about my life. And I chose that from that moment on, I was going to do everything I could to have a life back and recover.
When we have someone in our treatment court program, there are a lot of requirements, and this is to help them start on that path to changing their lives in a positive manner. In the beginning, it can be very difficult because we're asking them to change basically how they live their day-to-day life. And that includes calling a drug testing line every single day to see if they have to test. It involves going to group or individual treatment multiple times a week. Also coming to court every week, seeing a probation officer. We always encourage a project with our treatment courts to give back to the community. We've also been encouraging the participants and the alumni to have an alumni group that not only gives back to them and helps them maintain their recovery and their sobriety, but also gives back to the community and is a positive light out there for others to see how you can live your life clean and sober.
Identified things that were about myself I didn't ever realize that was part of why I ended up running to drugs when I, to escape my reality I felt inside.
I knew that it was going to change my life. I wasn't looking for it to help me grow as a person, to help me get to know myself better. I wanted to get clean, but I gained a lot of those things as well. And I didn't expect that. I was just here, nervous, scared. I knew it had to be a commitment. I knew I had to just be submissive to it.
I work a lot. We have a new home, and I love my job. I love my job. And I love my kids. I have everything I want,
My life is a miracle, and I have that to owe, and I am so grateful through Family Drug Court that they showed me these things and gave me my life back and trusted me that I was going to do all of these recommendations that they had, and I did it.
I think the important takeaway is that treatment court is not an easy thing. When someone has gone through a program, they've spent usually a year and a half or more in this program living their life, being monitored by people who care, but also who hold them accountable. And I think that that's a really important part of the treatment court program, is that they're held accountable, and it is in a timely manner. So when somebody has a misstep in our program, we immediately are talking to them about it, trying to see what we can do therapeutically to help them not make that mistake again, and to see if we've missed something. I just want everyone to know that it is a treatment court does hold people accountable, and it does help them improve their life, and not only just not using drugs and alcohol, but also with their family and their friends and the community.
It's life-changing. It changed my life. It saved my life. I would have been dead probably. and you just got to keep looking towards the positive.
I remember who I was before, and I want to remember that I can continue to be better than I was yesterday.
Hi, Judge Missy.